English story reading. Why you should not learn English, a provocative statement often whispered by those hesitant to embrace new challenges. They might argue it is too difficult, too time-consuming, or simply unnecessary for their daily routines. Such opinions, while seemingly valid on the surface, often miss the profound global opportunities. But let's truly consider that notion. Imagine a world where countless stories remain untold, where pivotal global conversations unfold beyond your comprehension, and where vast seas of information remain completely inaccessible. This is the silent consequence for many who choose to ignore the power of English. The real question is not why not, but why you must read English, and why is reading English so important? English serves as the universal key, unlocking doors to unprecedented knowledge, diverse cultures, and profound human connection in our interconnected world today. Consider English story reading as your first adventure. Dive into narratives that transport you, exposing you naturally to new vocabulary, complex sentence structures, and varied cultural contexts. This immersive approach is far more engaging than rote memorization, making learning enjoyable and intuitive. Why reading is so important extends beyond mere vocabulary. It builds a foundational understanding of grammar and context, improves comprehension speed, and develops your ability to infer meaning. Every page turned strengthens your cognitive connection with the language, making it feel less foreign. Beyond stories, reading academic articles, news, and online content in English broadens your horizons immensely. You gain access to cutting-edge research, diverse perspectives, and real-time global events. This constant exposure is a cornerstone of comprehensive language acquisition. So, the initial premise, why you should not learn English, quickly crumbles under scrutiny. Instead, we discover an undeniable necessity. The way of learning English truly begins with embracing its ubiquity and understanding its unparalleled value in the modern era. The journey to English fluency is not a race, but a marathon of consistent effort and strategic practice. There isn't a single magic bullet, but rather a combination of integrated approaches that build upon each other synergistically over time for optimal results. How to practice English effectively involves creating an immersive environment around yourself. Surround yourself with the language, even if you are not in an English-speaking country. This constant exposure reconfigures your brain to think more naturally in English. Begin by changing your phone's language settings to English. Switch your social media feeds, watch movies with English subtitles first, then without. Every small interaction with the language reinforces your learning and builds unconscious proficiency through daily exposure. English talking practice is perhaps the most daunting yet crucial aspect for many learners. The fear of making mistakes often paralyzes progress. However, embracing imperfection is the first step towards achieving genuine fluency and confidence in communication. How to talk in English starts with simply starting. Find a language exchange partner online, join a local English-speaking club, or even talk to yourself in front of a mirror. The act of producing language, no matter how imperfect, is vital for improvement. Don't underestimate the power of speaking aloud, even when alone. Describe your surroundings, narrate your actions, or summarize a book you just read. This internal dialogue training prepares your brain for real-life conversations, enhancing your recall speed. A critical component of fluency is learning how to think and speak in English directly, bypassing translation. This means moving beyond the mental translation of your native language into English before speaking. It requires dedicated, consistent effort to rewire your thought patterns. To achieve this, try to label objects in your mind in English as you see them. When you have a thought, attempt to form it directly in English. This continuous internal monologue in the target language significantly reduces hesitation during actual conversations. One effective way of learning English for speaking is through shadowing. Listen to native speakers on podcasts or videos, then try to imitate their pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm precisely. This helps to internalize the natural flow of the language. Role-playing various scenarios, either with a partner or alone, is an excellent English talking practice method. Imagine ordering food, giving directions, or engaging in a job interview. This prepares you for diverse real-world situations, building confidence. For those wondering how to practice English effectively, consider active listening. Don't just hear, but actively process what is being said. Try to anticipate responses, identify key phrases, and understand implied meanings. This sharpens your comprehension skills. The question of why you should not learn English becomes increasingly absurd when you consider the sheer volume of entertainment available exclusively in English. Movies, music, podcasts, an entire universe of cultural richness awaits your understanding. Learning English opens doors professionally too. Global businesses increasingly require English proficiency, making you a more competitive candidate in the job market. It's an investment in your future, yielding significant returns over time and effort. Every challenge you face in your English learning journey is an opportunity for growth. Embrace mistakes as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. They highlight areas needing improvement and indicate that you are actively engaging with the language. How to talk in English confidently involves building a strong vocabulary and understanding common idioms. Don't just memorize definitions. Learn words and context through reading and listening. This makes your speech sound more natural and sophisticated. Daily consistency is more valuable than sporadic intense study sessions. Even 15 to 30 minutes of focused English practice each day will yield significant progress over time. Small, manageable chunks are easier to sustain than overwhelming commitments. Utilize technology to your advantage. There are countless apps, websites, and online communities dedicated to language learning. Find tools that suit your learning style and integrate them into your daily routine for consistent exposure. Remember, why you should not learn English is a narrative of limitation, not possibility. Your goal should be to transcend these perceived limitations and unlock your full potential as a global communicator. The world is waiting to hear your voice. English talking practice often feels intimidating initially, but remember, everyone starts somewhere. Focus on clear communication rather than perfect grammar in your early stages. Fluency comes from consistent attempts, not from avoiding errors entirely. Consider keeping an English journal. Write about your day, your thoughts, or creative stories. This is a fantastic way to practice writing, solidify vocabulary, and even begin to articulate your internal thoughts directly in English. When thinking about how to think and speak in English, try narrating your own life. As you walk down the street, describe what you see. As you cook, name the ingredients. This constant internal monologue trains your brain to process in English. Immersion doesn't require living abroad. Create your own immersive bubble at home. Label items in your house with their English names. Listen to English radio stations, even if you don't understand everything at first. Understanding different accents is another crucial aspect of English talking practice. Exposure to various native and non-native English speakers will significantly improve your listening comprehension, making real-life conversations much smoother. The way of learning English is highly personal. What works for one person might not work for another. Experiment with different methods, flashcards, apps, tutors, group classes, until you discover what truly resonates with your unique learning style. Don't compare your progress to others. Everyone's journey is unique. Celebrate small victories, like understanding a new phrase or successfully holding a short conversation. Consistency and persistence are far more important than speed. How to talk in English effectively also involves understanding cultural nuances. Learn about common greetings, polite phrases, and social etiquette in English-speaking cultures. This adds depth and appropriateness to your communication. Engage with authentic materials. Read books written for native speakers, watch unscripted interviews, and listen to natural conversations. This exposes you to real-world language, not just textbook examples, making your English more natural. Why you must read English becomes evident when you realize the vast majority of online information, especially in technical and scientific fields, is primarily published in English. It's the language of innovation and discovery. Overcome the fear of sounding silly or incorrect. Every native speaker was once a beginner. The goal is communication, not perfection. Embrace your mistakes as valuable lessons that guide you toward greater accuracy. Set clear, achievable goals for yourself. Instead of learn English, aim for talk for 5 minutes about my day by next month or read one short English story per week. Specific goals provide direction and motivation. Revisiting old material is a powerful way of learning English. Spaced repetition systems, often found in language apps, are incredibly effective for solidifying vocabulary and grammar rules in your long-term memory, ensuring retention. When considering how to practice English, remember the importance of pronunciation. Even small improvements in pronunciation can significantly boost your confidence and make your speech much easier for others to understand. Practice minimal pairs. English talking practice often benefits from recording yourself. Listen back to your conversations or monologues. This self-assessment helps you identify areas for improvement in pronunciation, fluency, and grammatical accuracy very effectively. The path to how to think and speak in English fluently involves integrating the language into your emotional landscape. Try to express your feelings and reactions directly in English, connecting words to genuine emotion. Why reading is so important for this emotional connection is clear. Stories evoke feelings, allowing you to associate new English words with real human experiences, making them more memorable and readily available for recall. Avoid the pitfall of analysis paralysis. Sometimes, learners spend too much time analyzing grammar rules and not enough time actually using the language. Balance study with active production for balanced growth. Find a mentor or tutor if possible. Personalized feedback and guidance can accelerate your progress significantly. A good tutor can identify your specific weaknesses and provide tailored exercises for improvement. English story reading can be a powerful tool for understanding different dialects and regional variations of English. From British to American, Australian to Indian English, exposure broadens your comprehension. The argument of why you should not learn English usually stems from a limited perspective. It fails to acknowledge the global interconnectedness and the personal enrichment that comes with mastering a universal language. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Learning a language is a monumental undertaking, and every step forward deserves recognition. This positive reinforcement fuels your motivation to continue your journey. How to talk in English smoothly comes from repeated exposure and application. The more you use the language in real contexts, the more automatic and natural your responses will become, reducing hesitation significantly. Remember that learn English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about connecting with people, understanding diverse perspectives, and expanding your own worldview in profound and meaningful ways. Why you must read English, why reading is so important, and how to practice English are all interconnected. They form a powerful synergy that propels you towards fluency and confident communication. The way of learning English involves patience and resilience. There will be plateaus and moments of frustration, but pushing through these challenges leads to breakthroughs and deeper understanding of the language. English talking practice should be approached with a sense of adventure, not dread. View each conversation as an opportunity to experiment, learn, and grow, rather than a test to be passed or failed. Ultimately, how to think and speak in English fluently is about making English an integral part of your identity and daily life. It's about moving beyond studying English to living English constantly. So, cast aside any lingering thoughts of why you should not learn English. Embrace the journey, the challenges, and the incredible rewards that await you as a confident, global English speaker. Your voice matters. English provides the platform to share it with a wider audience. Invest in yourself, unlock your potential, and join the global conversation that awaits your unique contributions. From humble beginnings, your English journey will blossom into a powerful asset. Keep reading, keep speaking, keep thinking in English, and the world will truly open up for you in astonishing ways. The initial resistance quickly transforms into profound appreciation. The notion of not learning English becomes utterly unthinkable as you experience the vast benefits firsthand, truly unlocking your potential. Every single word absorbed, every phrase uttered, every thought formulated in English contributes to a monumental linguistic achievement. This is your personal conquest, yielding global connection. The journey is yours. Take the first step, then the next, with unwavering determination. English mastery is not just a skill, it is a gateway to a richer, more connected, and expansive life. Begin your English transformation today. The power of global communication is within your grasp.